First tonight, a bill requiring the detainment of unauthorized immigrants accused of minor offenses is now heading to President Trump's desk. The U.S. House gave final approval to the Laken-Riley Act with some bipartisan support. It's likely to be the first bill Trump can sign as Congress moves quickly to support his administration's crackdown on illegal immigration. Thank you so much for joining us for Denver 7 News at 5 this Wednesday. I'm Micah Smith.
And I'm Jessica Porter. Glad you're with us tonight. At the Colorado State Capitol today, dozens of local immigrants and advocates joined lawmakers to speak out against President Trump's immigration policies, which they say are spreading fear among the immigrant community.
Denver 7's Brandon Richard joins us now to show why some say their fear is much greater, Brandon, than it was during Trump's first term.
Yeah, that's what they say. And they say the fact that a majority of voters sent President Trump back to the White House worries them a lot. And the fact that Trump is wasting no time implementing his plans.
When I was my baby sister's age, I didn't have any worries. And it's funny.
Christian Solano Cordova, one of about 11,000 DACA recipients in Colorado, was just 3 years old when he, his one-year-old sister, and mother came to the U.S.
We crossed through the desert the same way that people seeking asylum have been doing now.
Wednesday, he joined other immigrants, advocates, and lawmakers at Colorado State Capitol to denounce President Trump's immigration plans.
Look, I'm real disappointed, but I'm not surprised by Donald Trump's division, cruelty, and ugliness.
We're going to have the largest.
Trump promises to carry out the largest mass deportation operation in American history.
Mass deportation will have profound impact on our children and families.
Though Trump plans to initially focus on criminals, a recent New York Times poll found 55% of Americans would support deporting all undocumented immigrants.
I think that's really regrettable that this man has been able to pull the wool over Americans' eyes, and now a big chunk of people see me as an animal, as a threat.
This is not just a Latino. This is the Haitian. This is the people from Africa. This is the people from Asia. A proud African immigrant.
Papadilla, an immigrant who founded the African Leadership Group in Aurora, says he's been contacted by people who've had their asylum appointments abruptly canceled by the Trump administration, which appears to be making good on its promise to take swift action.
These people are worried because some of them are thinking about ICE going to be showing up to their houses. So they don't know, especially knowing that the system already have their name, their address, where they live.
It's that kind of fear these immigrants, advocates, and lawmakers say is spreading through Colorado's immigrant communities. And they worry it will only get worse.
Now, the immigrants we heard from today say they want people to know just how much immigrants contribute to Colorado. The state says Colorado immigrants pay about $2 billion in state and local taxes each year. Undocumented immigrants pay nearly $200 million each year in state and local taxes.
So it'll be interesting to see the economic impact this has on our country and our state as well.
Yeah, that is significant. And Brandon, today the Justice Department ordered its prosecutors to probe local efforts to obstruct the Trump administration's immigration enforcement. And they're saying that they could face criminal charges here. So how are state lawmakers responding to that threat?
Well, state lawmakers at the press conference told us they hadn't had a chance to review that DOJ order. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston told me yesterday that he's not doing anything that would obstruct federal law. And the Colorado Attorney General's office says, as far as they know, no state or local officials are obstructing immigration enforcement, pointing out that the federal government, not local law enforcement, is responsible for enforcing federal immigration laws.
Right. Looks like we have a statement there from Colorado Attorney General's office saying, as far as we know, no state or local officials are obstructing immigration enforcement. The federal government, not local law enforcement, is responsible for enforcing federal immigration laws. So I have a feeling, Brandon and Jessica, we're going to see more of that back and forth as things continue to unfold.
Yeah, absolutely. Denver 7's Brandon Richard live in studio for us tonight. Brandon, thank you.
And digging deeper, 3 Colorado Republicans in Congress are pushing Governor Jared Polis to take action on immigration policies, testing his stance on state and federal cooperation. U.S. Representatives Lauren Boebert, Jeff Crank, and Gabe Evans sent a letter urging Polis to address state lawmakers about repealing 3 state immigration laws. These include bans on local police arresting individuals solely for immigration status, sharing certain personal information with federal authorities, and contracting an immigration detention facility within Colorado. Denver 7 has reached out to the governor's office for comment. They told us they are reviewing the letter.